Welcome to iWomanhood. Why do we make things so hard? Why do we make things so hard? I feel like I'm like the queen of it. The queen of it. Anywho, there are plenty of ways that I have made it easier though. Lots of ways I have made holistic living easier, especially since January, with a major decision to go very holistic and just heal my body from breast cancer without conventional means. So I am going to talk a little bit about how I've been making this journey easier for myself. And then hopefully, you all can pull something needed from that for your own self. So I started to learn some things. We all learn things throughout life. Back early on in college, I stayed up late a lot. Had a lot of fun, as many college students do. And had many late nights. Just staying up, vibing, talking, getting to know each other, ordering takeout, all the fun things. And I always went to my 8 a.m. classes because at the very least, I was going to go and get the knowledge, right? At the minimum, even if I didn't study. But by the end of the semester, I was an academic failure, or on the academic failure list. And I received a letter that said I needed to go home. But I read the details of that letter. And in those details, I saw, okay, who going home? Not I. I went and I made a plan. I went to the academic advisor. We made a plan. Next semester, all A's. I did not do things the same way. So it was in those kind of young adult processes and steps and errors and all of that I began to learn that something an older, wiser man had told me once, or he would say it quite often, was a lazy man always has to do the job twice. And I began to understand that more and more. And I would simply say, the easy way isn't always the best way. Okay? And so I began to learn that more and more. The easy way ain't always the best way. So I think it would be easier up front to just allow the doctors to tell me what decisions to make and go the conventional chemo, radiation, surgery route for my diagnosis. And it's still odd, like claiming it. I'm claiming my healing, first of all. I'm claiming my healing. Oh, wow. The beginning of this year, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so I've learned to be okay with saying the word, because the first thing that word in my mind at first was equated to was like death. And like, why is that? And if we've had this conventional route for so long, why is that word still just simply equated with death? Like, bottom line, although there's many survivors, right? And there's also many survivors who have done it holistically. And so, like I said, the easy way isn't always the best way. And, you know, many people, it comes back, or maybe they don't survive, or they still, the biggest thing for me is that you still have to heal your body from all the damage of what those things do, of the damage of the chemo, the damage of the radiation, heal from the surgeries. So why not heal the whole body first? And when I talk about a holistic journey, I really mean healing my whole body, mind, physical body, my spirit, and my emotions, like as a whole. So I'm digging deep here. I'm digging deep. And I was talking to my therapist earlier today, and we hadn't talked in weeks. And she was just saying, you know, I'm so proud of your progress. You're not dancing around the word cancer. You know, you're talking about it. Just seeming more confident in the route that you're going. And one of the things that I said that she just like repeated back to me is that when I die, I'm gonna die strong. And like I meant that. I meant that. Like I mean that, you know? Either way, because there's no guarantee either way. And a lot of people don't understand that. They want you to go this conventional route, but they don't understand the depths that takes on a person either. So, you know, now I'm just more confident in saying it to someone else, even though they may not have the same perspective as me. But for those who do, and those who are willing to go outside of the box and heal from something like cancer holistically and have that faith, either way you gotta have faith. And so when I say there's no easy way, it's hard, but there are ways to make it easier. So one of the ways that I've been making it easier on myself is digging in, cutting down on the fear by building knowledge. One of the books that I'm reading now, this is my third book, or is it fourth? This is my third book that I'm reading specifically about cancer. I'm reading several books, but on cancer specifically this year, this is the third one that I would say is significant. This one's called The Breast Stays Put. Even just the word. So it's written by Pamela Hoepner, and she's a strong spirit, faithful woman of God, and her testimony. I'm so glad that she wrote the book, and so this is part of how I'm also building my support system, is standing with these kind of women. You know, her testimony is another testimony. Jane McEllen was another testimony, and they're still kicking. They did it holistically. Now, Jane McEllen, super strong. So many blessings out to her, because like she went through different, like 3 rounds of chemo, actually maybe 2, and then by the 3rd, she said, no, I need to stop all this and do this holistically. And she did it, and she is still alive and she's still doing well. And Pamela, she says her mass was the size of a tangerine, a small tangerine. Okay, and she did it completely holistically, and she's still doing well. And blessings to these stories. And then then there are others, and there are others also who have gone through the chemo and whatnot. But remember, you still have to heal from the chemo, because the chemo goes in and it destroys all the fastest dividing cells in the body. So you have to heal from that as well. So it's taking out the good and the bad. Whereas if you do it holistically, it's only gonna decrease the negatives, the bad that's going on. Now, are there gonna be times of weakness and times of lysing? Absolutely. That's your body getting stuff out, detoxing, getting it out. And so I went through that hardcore the first 3 weeks that I started my detox, and I am taking something right now called Protocell that has worked for many others, and including Pamela Hoepner. So I'm loving her testimony, and I'm taking that right now, and I will give y'all more feedback and updates on how that's working out. So I just said I just got over something, but there was also some lysing going on with that, which has a lot of mucus, coming from my eyes, from my throat. Feeling much better now. And yeah, it's all part of the healing process. So I talked about gaining knowledge. So that's reading these books, doing different research, finding out how I should be eating, all those things. But the biggest one is taking our experiences and following our soul's desire. Like truly, when God is talking to you, like being able to sit in the quiet and know what feels best to us. So when I talk about healing the emotions, which is a whole nother topic, it's also like knowing that those emotions are indicators to tell us which way to go. And I look at it as telling me also whether I'm in alignment with God or not. So when I sit in a room and I hear a doctor talking to me about getting surgery or doing chemo, knowing that I've built enough knowledge to know what the chemo is going to do to me, and I have to heal from that also, I just find that I have a much better chance doing it completely holistically, with God, with all the tools that God has already given me. But also, it doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good at all. So when I follow my heart says, do it this way. And I feel good. I feel rejuvenated. I feel stronger. I feel better. I feel confident. I can enjoy my time here on this earth as I'm meant to. I can enjoy my time with my children, Yeah, I ain't eating crazy at all, and I see certain people eat things and I'm like, I'm going to enjoy it right here with my eyes. And I'm okay with that. And I am going to be happy and joyful and practicing my praise dance for when I give y'all the full testimony. So these are the ways that I am making it easier for myself to walk this holistic route, listening to my heart, believing, having faith, putting forth my prayers and that support system. So those faithful friends who are putting forth those grand prayers and, being supportive and building my knowledge. So those are just some of the ways. I have lists of ways, including the writing, being able to talk about it, this kind of vlogging, helping others along their path, which definitely aligns with my soul's calling. So that's all I have for y'all on today. The holistic journey does not have to be hard. We can make it easier. So, and as I said, the easy way isn't always the best way. And that's just one of those life lessons that we continue to learn. I'm Aida Allen. This is Integrated Womanhood. We'll talk soon.